I'm Karen. I just got finished driving the Road to Hana Loop. So I wanted to focus this video specifically on the lesser known part of the route, the backside to Hana. I'm going to cover 4 topics. 1, pros, 2, cons, 3, how much time you need, and we'll do a little math, and 4, where you should stop along the way. All right, number 1, pros. Why do the loop to Hana instead of just driving to Hana and back? Well, variety. Your life won't be lacking if you don't see the backside of Hana, but the backside of Hana is drastically different than the front side. You go from lush rainforest to mountains and lava rock strewn grasslands, giving you a full idea of what Maui as an island looks like. 2, cons. Why not drive the road to Hana? Well, because a lot of rental car companies don't allow it. And that's because the road gets really rough in some areas. And to be honest, while some of the unpaved road can be bumpy, I actually found it a lot better than some of the paved road because of all the potholes. But even if rental car companies did allow it, like let's say that it was in the contract and it's totally cool to do it, consider this, the turns in the road are more narrow and there are a lot more blind spots, meaning it's a lot slower going and you absolutely have to be on your toes to make sure that you don't head on into another car rounding a bend. Also, rocks falling from the cliffs is a reality. They have cliff guards trying to prevent this, but it still happens. And even beyond this, during heavy rains, portions of the road may be unpassable because they're washed out or underwater. So you just have to turn around anyways. Last of all, if you do happen to get a flat tire on the back side of the road to Hana, calling a tow truck is expensive. I actually just called around, and hypothetically, let's say you got a flat tire at Lindbergh's Grave, that's gonna cost you more than $800 to get towed. The person that I talked to at the tow company said that if you wanna plan ahead for this, go ahead and rent a car that has a spare flat tire in the back, like a Jeep. Number 3, how much time do you need? Well, how much time you need depends on what you're trying to accomplish. The experiential Road to Hana Loop needs at least 2 days in my opinion. When we went, we did the first day on the front end, stayed the night in Hana, and then completed the loop around on the second day. A few days or even a week would be ideal, or a whole lifetime because there's so much to do. You won't get through all of it. The bad news is we're only halfway to Hana and the sun sets in 1 hour. What you want to know is it possible? Yes, it's possible. You can do the whole loop of Hana in 1 day. But I personally do not recommend it because that extra time you spend driving could be spent swimming in a waterfall or hiking to a black sand beach. I think if you want a whole 1 day experience, you skip the back end and you just do the road to Hana and back because that extra hour you gain can really be put to good use instead of driving. So here's my math and I'll let you decide for yourselves. So the goal is to drive the Road to Hana Loop during daylight hours. And I specify daylight because you do not want to be driving on these windy, narrow roads after dark. So driving takes a minimum of 5 hours if you do not stop and there's no traffic. Add in 30 minutes for lunch, plus 4 small hikes or beach explorations at about an hour apiece, plus 8 quick stops for waterfalls or bamboo forests at 15 minutes apiece, and let's throw in 15 minutes for bathroom breaks. So it's really crunched to try to get it all in. All right, number 4, where should you stop on the backside to Hana? Well, there are quite a few stops. Haleakala National Park, Lindbergh's Grave, Maui Wine. But if you want a true expert guide on where to go with history and exact directions for all about $5, I highly recommend you download Shaka Guide. There are probably a lot of other great ones as well, but that's the one we used and I 100% recommend it. I'll link to that in the bottom, and no, I'm not getting paid for that. And Shaka Guide, you are welcome. So in conclusion, if you're nervous about it, don't do it. Doubling back on the Road to Hana the way you came is beautiful and always a good option. But If you're a good driver and really want to see Maui's different landscapes, and you're willing to take on the risks I just mentioned, then maybe driving the backside of Hana is for you. If you have any other questions, please list them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. What do you think?
I loved it.
I loved it too. I hope you enjoy the road to Hana.